Finally came here on Kiwi. Time now is 17 minutes past 7.
Jeff the Dude Dudas. Underwatertimes.com.
Is joining us from Miami, back here for 2010. It is Jeff Dudas. Happy New Year to you, Jeff.
How you doing, Whammo?
Very well, thank you. Very well indeed. First story up today, a story about some escaped hippos.
Yeah, if you ever wondered why you don't want a hippo, a private zoo with hippos in your neighborhood, here's a story out of Montenegro. There was this private zoo in this village, and they had these rains, and it flooded into the hippo enclosure so much that the hippo escaped.
Goodness me. Well, enough water so that they were able to get over the fences.
Right. It swam over the fence. Hippos swim actually pretty well. And so it escaped into this village, and evidently it's a rural village, and this guy came out to feed his cow, and he turned around on the other side of the stall. There was this giant hippo looking him down.
Scary stuff, because they are big.
Yeah, and then they're known they're one of the most dangerous animals in Africa, known to kill many people. But this guy claimed, said, no problem, there's no reason to panic. This was a tame hippo.
Huh. Oh, right, a tame hippo. That's easy to say, yeah.
But this evidently, at least at the time of the story, it was still wandering around this village, so they hadn't captured it yet. So it makes you wonder.
Yeah. So there's a hippo on the loose in Montenegro.
Of all places.
Yeah. Let's talk about some clever stingrays.
For the first time, and this goes to maybe because they're so hard to study, but they figured out that this stingray, freshwater stingray, can actually use a tool. So it puts them in sort of that same classification of some birds and reptiles and mammals that a fish can actually use a tool.
Or even like the octopus as well.
The octopus, I think everything under the ocean now can seem to use a tool.
Yeah.
But they start studying this stingray, and they put this food in this long tube with the cap on one end, and it was able to roll up its body and blow some water into the tube, which forced out the food. And so they classified, it's rolling its body and using this and sort of the cognitive ability as a tool using. And it was able to figure out, and they started playing around. They'd use a black tube with a black end and a white end, and it could figure that out. And, sort of this range of cognitive problem-solving abilities that they had never seen before. So, it's yet again another animal underwater that much smarter than we thought.
Once again, another reason to not look at stingrays or octopus or any of those kinds of animals in the same way ever again.
There you go. Yep.
And likewise with dolphins as well, Jeff.
Maybe a bit of controversy. These scientists have going to come out at this conference and declare dolphins that they should be treated as non-human persons, which is this zoologist, a psychologist, and this ethicist are going to present this case that because they can communicate similar to humans, that they're brighter than chimpanzees, and they have sort of a brain structure that has these key features associated with high intelligence, that as such that it's morally unacceptable to keep them in cages and actually to hunt them as food.
Kind of already telling us what we really know already about dolphins.
Yeah, but I don't think maybe this is a step beyond. They're going to present this case, and I think we've actually hit on a couple of these stories.
Yeah.
That they have a strong, distinct personalities, a sense of self. They can look at themselves in a mirror and sort of examine their bodies and sort of figure out that it's themselves and not another animal. That they can teach each other. I think we had a story where they put a dolphin in this enclosure, a wild dolphin, and the other dolphins taught them how to tail walk and sort of walk in the water, which was sort of a revelation. They can solve difficult problems. They can use tools. We had a story where they were using sponges to catch these sea urchins. So there's all these behaviors, and they're sort of going one onto the other, and they're saying, hey, if their brain structure is sort of same relative size as a human,
yeah,
and they have sort of the same structure in the brain, that maybe we should take a second look at dolphins and the way we treat them. So they're going to present this case.
So they can present that case at the conference, and then do we know what can happen after that? I mean, obviously governments need to get involved in order for them to be treated the same way.
I guess this is the first way of sort of socializing all this research and making a case and see if it goes anywhere.
Interesting. Well, we'll certainly follow that one. Jeff, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
That is Jeff Dudas, editor of underwatertimes.com. You'll find all those stories and a whole lot more there up on the website. And, of course, Jeff today was joining us from Miami. Time now is 23 minutes past 7.
Navigate your way through the obscure and the unsigned with